angel spirit guides, please protect us as we head into this message. Please guide us through and block out any negative energy or monitoring spirits from this reading. Is it working, sis? Okay, yeah. I'm like, cause please don't fuck with my emotions. Not on today. Okay, all right. Cause I was about to get a whole attitude with Mercury. Um, shit. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, yeah, I did the prayer. We Gucci on that. All right. So, what was the card that I had out here, Lord? Because that wasn't it. Okay, thank you. All right. Listen, you may be frazzled or discombobulated this morning. Don't let that shit affect you because I'm not about to. All right, let's turn you down because all of the notifications don't have to be heard. But anyway, Grand Rising, good morning. Hello. How the hell are you? Happy to have you here. Yeah, ancestors, please block out any negative energy. Return all evil eye back to sender. Yeah, I don't play around. Well, thus far, the energy of the day is believe in the impossible. So that's where we are with it. So it's not a new deck to me. I've had this deck before, but on this channel, it's a new deck to you guys. So we have a new deck. Now, for those of you who are of a certain age, you are about to bust out laughing when I show you what deck this is. Look, y'all. Now, I love this deck. I used to read people for filth with this deck. So we're gonna see if we get the same energy once again with me having it back. Now, I do like the energy off Bell with the Miss Cleo deck because the Empress is sitting out here. Should I take it? Should I her? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna take that and see what other energy Spirit has for us for today. Right, Miss Cleo, call me now. Look, look, look. That's a card in there. It's so funny. Well, I'm your own Miss Cleo. But welcome in. So we have positive energy right now. We have the Empress energy, so you could be very abundant. Um, Also, you're feeling positive today. You're believing in the impossible today. Or spirit wants you to. That is the tone that they want you to set for your day-to-day royals. So, spirit, what is the Empress energy? Okay. So something is coming in that maybe you don't see. For some of you, be mindful. This could come with a little bit of confusion or a little bit of chaos, but I think things are going to come through very clear, or smooth out in some way. I feel like too, for some of you, you know what you're doing, but I feel like everybody else doesn't know what you're doing. So you can have other people kind of nervous, like, what the hell? Right, what's the Knight of Wands? But I feel like something is, yeah, something is moving. Something is moving. For some of you, you're moving. Like there could have been some confusion about maybe even the next moves to make. Hey sis, hey, good morning. Happy to have you. There may be some confusion or may have been some confusion about your next move to make. For some of you, you weren't making any move at all because you didn't know what to do. I feel like you're finding clarity in the situation, on exactly what to do. And I'll take that horn from outside as confirmation. Yep, King of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Yeah, you're learning what direction to head into. I feel like Seven of Cups energy was that. That was a lot. Yeah. I feel like certain choices are gonna be made now. Be real with y'all, love is gonna show up eventually. But this could be a choice that is made in regards to your love life, in regards to yourself, or something that you like doing. It doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. For some of you, this could be about a platonic relationship. For some of you, there have been blurred lines between you and someone else about whether you guys are just friends, friends with benefits, or if you're more than that. I feel like you're going to be clear about where you stand with somebody, whether it's good or bad. This could again be in regards to friendship. Now, for some of you, this is where you stand with yourself. Maybe for some of you, you're in a very reflective state where you're kind of nostalgic and looking back on your life. The Six of Cups isn't out here, but it's kind of giving me that. Um, it's maybe a meditative state as well with this Four of Cups. For some of you, you're thinking about maybe the choices that you made in the past and how that could have affected your future or even your present. There could be a little bit of regret, but I feel like you're realizing that all of the choices that you made, whether good or bad, they got you to this point. They taught you certain lessons. Like there's lessons and there's blessings in lessons. Like all lessons aren't hard from spirit, but there's a knowing here. Somebody's being a little bit more responsible with their heart, and maybe someone else's heart. For some of you, this is a gift that you're getting from someone, a sign of appreciation or recognition. This could be something coming in overnight in the mail. This could be something that you thought wouldn't get to you, but it is. Sun card is at the bottom of the deck. So what's the Four of Cups? What okay. Should this be reversed? I heard no. All right. So what should proceed? The song I Proceed by Sierra off of her, I think it's called The Evolution of Sierra, or you'll know. It's from like 2006. That was the album with Promise on it. And all of those keywords could be significant. Evolution, promise. There could be a promise that's going to be kept that you didn't think was going to be kept, whether from someone else or by spirit. But like you're getting some level of justice. So the justice, the emperor, the king of swords all clarify that four of swords. Four of cups. Yeah, you thought you missed out on something, missed an opportunity somewhere. You didn't. Like Spirit was divinely setting you up for success. Even though you felt like you were being fought, Spirit was setting you up for divine success. Like, and the truth about that is going to come out too. Now, for some of you, this is a significant other making things clear between you, or a relationship evolving between you and someone else. This could be a new love coming in for you, or this could be a fresh start in a relationship with someone that you're already with or that you already know. Like this is almost a clean slate for some of you. That's kind of what it feels like. What's the Ace of Swords? That the Sun card wanted to jump out. Yeah, you were stuck at some point, like Hangman and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it took you a nice little minute, especially with this Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck, for you to really maybe change your mind, change your perspective about a situation, um, to make a movement with that Three of Wands too. Probably should have pulled that, but oh well. Especially, we saw the Three of Wands, but what we're talking about up above it, we see the Eight of Wands. So yeah, there's movement happening here. So where you saw stagnancy with the Hangman energy, you're about to see movement. It may be slow progress, but it's progress. I won't say it'll be all, rainbows and sunshines and puppies and kittens and shit, but it's still a little bit of a struggle for some of you. Um, this is in regards to you having a guard up of some kind towards someone or something. Like there could be some hesitation here, or there was. But I feel like whatever this clarity is, maybe for some of you, this is a conversation that's going to happen, especially with that Eight of Wands. But this is something that's been on your mind, regardless of what it is, so much so that you're manifesting it. So be mindful of what you're thinking. Yeah, that's the truth with the Queen of Swords. Be mindful of what you're thinking, what you're saying out loud. You're the first person who's going to hear your words. So be mindful of what you're speaking. Also, be mindful of what you're speaking over yourself, depending on your programming, your understanding. In some regards, you can be your own God in your own world, in your own life. Of course, you have the Most High above you, but you get what I'm saying. Like you can speak some shit into existence, whether it's good or bad. You can think some shit into existence, whether good or bad. So be mindful of what you're thinking, what you're saying, what's rolling off of your tongue, whether it's in regards to yourself or someone else. Because once you say it, you can't get it back. You feel me? That's an action, that's a word, whatever. That's quote unquote marked in the book of time for forever. For some of you, you could be wondering if there's going to be repair in a situation, or maybe if this is it. Like, is it complete? Is it done? It's gonna be different for your situations. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading for multiple people, but in some aspects, what I'm picking up is something has finally come to a completion, and you're finally able to make your return, make your to heal from it, to recover from it. But in other aspects, it's not done. There's a cycle that still needs to be completed. Make sure you're not on a hamster wheel with a situation or a person. I also feel like the end to a cycle where it gave you a lot of stress and anxiety, where you didn't know like what was truly going on. I feel like that's come to an end. Again, I feel like one of the main messages here is to have faith, believe in the impossible, but there is clarity despite the hmm. Oh yeah, we were just talking about that on his job the other day. Fear of unknown. It's interesting how it's not coming. Something is coming full circle with that real card. But it's something you don't see, and it's on purpose by spirit. Like you're almost gonna feel plagued. That could also be where your fears are coming from with that fourth sword. Is the fact that you don't know what's next. Okay, so what is this? Tell me more. Um, so for some of you, despite the fact that you don't know what's next, Spirit is giving you clues a little bit at a time. They still want you to be confident and positive, to still stand in your strength. Yeah. And don't feel shame for being who you are. I also feel like, too, some of you are stepping out of a space where people may have made you feel ashamed about what you have experienced, what you have gone through. Spirit could have been kicking some of you's ass. I ain't even gonna hold you. But you are coming out of that space. For some of you, oh, and I just mentioned this to my partner too. Some of you could be or could have been going through a dark night of the soul. Yeah, look, maybe there was a lot that had to come up to be dealt with before you can move forward in a situation. For some of you, you had to face your own shadow, your own demons in a sense, and either eradicate them or get to know their name. But you're going through a spiritual elevation. That's what this is. And you are not alone going through it. But this is a moment where judgment is being called. You see, I just said you're having to face yourself. Look at that. You're reflecting, you're having to reflect. They're forcing you to do it. It's part of your rebirth. Yeah. Look. New bonds are forming within yourself and with spirit. For some of you, judgment is being called on a relationship or relationships in your life. Yeah. Balance and harmony are being restored. I feel like, yeah, confirmation with the temperance card too. Look at all the cups or the representation of two, of duality. For some of you, that is what your understanding is duality. Everything cannot be light, everything cannot be just dark. We are not that. No one is. Not even animals. We're animals. But no one is just one thing. You make a choice though every day to be one or the other or to blend the two, to balance, of course, the two. And for some of you, spirit had to balance you. Balance you before your greatness came, before the wheel turned in your fortune and in your favor. For some of you, your emotions had to get right. Your intuition had to be stabilized. Yeah, before this offer could come in, whatever it is. And remember, I was speaking on some of you, you had to look back, you had to reflect on your past. Six of Cups, that's nostalgia. Yeah, and some of the things that you saw when you look back or when you looked in the mirror, shit, it broke your heart because now you're seeing things differently because you're seeing yourself and you're seeing life and those experiences from an elevated space, from an enlightened space. But that is why you are growing. That is also why you are able to be independent and self-sufficient, and you will be. Like it sounds fucked up, but for some of you, it's like spirit didn't make you alone because spirit wanted you to be alone. Spirit did that because, for one, you can handle it, and two, everybody ain't supposed to be around you. You're very fucking special. Or a lot of this, or a lot more of this would have happened to you. For some of you, spirit saved you. Um, I just heard for some of you, you had to come to grips with yourself. You also had to see how, in some ways, trigger warning, you could have been self-harming, whether physically or emotionally, mentally. You also had to see how the pain that you went through with certain people in your past, whether these were as close as family members, or friends, associates. For some of you, it breaks down to like classmates in your youth or through time, whenever, people that you were learning with or from. You have to be able to know how to see people properly, see yourself. For some of you, you misjudge people. And for others of you, some people misjudge you. Yeah, for some of you, your the moments where you have been a loner comes from the fact that every path that you are meant to take, everyone can't go with you. Certain moments you're gonna have to walk that shit alone, just you and the divine. Now I do feel like for some of you, you've experienced and maybe in your lifetime a lot of heartache, a lot of heartbreak, and maybe you've just been um, okay with the fact, or you have quote unquote accepted that maybe you're just going to be alone, or maybe there isn't a someone for you. For some of you, you've always felt like you are the preparation to somebody's ultimate outcome. And I'll take that horn outside as confirmation. You always felt like you were the one that builds the person up for them to only leave you and go be with somebody else. You do have someone. Um, some of you is like, but what was the fucking point? Like, it's like that Cardi B meme. Like, what was the fucking reason? Um, the reason was for you to learn so that you wouldn't be a shit person to your ultimate person, to your divine person, and so that you wouldn't be with one either. They had to show you, hey, look, this is what it looks like when they don't fuck with you, but this is what it looks like when they do. You know what I'm saying? Like they had to show you contrast, compare and contrast. Yeah. I do feel like things are about to look way up too for you. Like, okay, you went through those seasons, you had your tower moments. All right, things about to ease out. What else? It's something to celebrate here between now and the end of the month, is what Sarah just said. It could come as a surprise with that tower moment. It could be in regards to your home life, your stability, your career. For some of you, this is you stepping into the spotlight or being celebrated, putting your the center of attention somehow. Now, for some of you, this is your birthday. Happy birthday, Pisces. And as we're coming into um, Aries season, happy birthday, Aries. Some of you could be on the cusp. Now, some of you could already be in the public eye, but there could be something that you're celebrating, or you're being celebrated for. For some of you, this is some type of a drop, a release of some kind. I also feel like you're celebrating yourself and spirit is celebrating you for healing, for going through your tower moments and still being able to get back up and move forward. Like basically dust yourself off and try again. Basically kind of how I had to do this morning. Yeah, that's why you get to celebrate. That's why you get to have this good news. I do feel like Spirit wants you to protect your peace and protect also what you built. Um, but don't protect it so hard that you block your blessings either. Like basically kind of don't overdo it with the Nine of Cups, but understand which fulfillment is here. For some of you too, somebody is trying to hold on to you, or maybe you're trying to hold on to someone, or this is something very strongly. If this is a relationship, somebody wants to work on things because they want the Ten of Cups with you. They want ultimate joy and happiness with you. Yeah, this is somebody who's thought on it, maybe even worked on themselves. For some of you, this person is intentionally working on themselves to have this happiness, this joy with you, this Ten of Cups with you. For some of you, this is what you're doing too. If you are in a space where you're single, where you're alone, or maybe you're at a distance where from your person, while you guys aren't maybe physically together, you're working on yourselves. You're checking yourself, like, okay, am I right? Am I wrong? Da, da, da. You're actually too learning to really listen to your person. Now, for some of you too, you're about to get a new job, but I kind of feel like this is one where, for some of you, you're not really working on a team. And I feel like you're gonna be happy because you're not gonna have to deal with a bunch of people. Um, but you're still gonna get paid though, very well. Now, for some of you, like you're really not a people person, or for some of you, you are. Like it's kind of split. The way I'm getting it, there's one group that you're not really a people person, so you're geeked at the fact that you don't have to really deal with people on a maybe face-to-face basis, or you don't have to talk on the phone. Um, for some of you, it's strictly like text messages and emails. I'm seeing somebody is like I don't know if the correct title is like a residential photographer, or it's a real estate photographer, or you're a product, you do product photography or videography. And even if it's not that specific or niche down like that, like you do something where like all you're doing is communicating, like I said, through emails and text messages. And there's another group. You like people, you like being personable and face to face, and um you like that interaction, or I just heard the warmth of those type of interactions. You like helping people, you like putting a smile on people's faces. For some of you, you could be a comedian, or you're just really funny naturally, whoever you are. But you're finally going to get a job that I feel like, or start a business. For some of you, I don't want to offend you, because for some of you, I keep hearing you like, it's not a job, it's a business. Okay, little baby, I get you, I get you. But you're doing something that's making you happy, that you've been working towards. Is going to bring the fulfillment that you've been looking for. Now, some of you, again, you may have to adjust a little bit, get used to maybe a new routine. But I feel like ultimately it's gonna be cool. It's gonna pay off in a big way. For some of you too, your children, or you have a child around you who's going to start school soon, somebody's gonna cry a lot. But also too, I'm going to remind you and warn you, you're fertile. Somebody is going to have a lot of great, good sexual relations while their kid is at school, and another one is going to show. Somebody's going to get pregnant once their kid goes to school, start school again, or start school. It's the sun card, y'all. I know you're asking, like, how the hell did you see that? It's the sun card and the ace of wands. That's why. And that ten of cups, and then back here, it was the nine of cups. Somebody could be intentionally trying to get you pregnant, so or impregnate someone. Now, this could just be y'all's playing together, but like, well, we already got one kid. Let's get that kid in school before we start fresh. So that could be somebody's plan. I do feel like your plan is going to work out. Now, for others of you, there's a fresh new idea that you have that you want to invest in and put effort into. You could be in two minds about it, because maybe ultimately it's going to take a lot to invest in this, or at least that's what you think. But I still feel like go ahead if you're doubtful about it, go ahead and do it. Whatever this investment is, yeah, invest in it. I also see you seeing the fruits of your labor within, I don't know, depending on what it is, as short as 3 hours to 3 days, as long as 3 months to possibly 3 years. It could be some weeks in there, but I'm not sure. See, with all this wine energy, it kind of gives me that it's gonna happen sooner than you think, which is which could possibly be why you're kind of relaxed about it. But when it actually shows up, it's gonna catch you off guard. Like you're just chilling, thinking, oh well, it has time to grow, and I don't have to too much worry about it right now. But no, it's about to come up and shock the hell out you, kind of knock you over in a sense. Like, look, I just heard there's no more waiting. I also feel like too, if you kind of been bullshitting about taking a leap of faith in a certain direction, stop that shit because it's causing you more stress to just keep waiting and waiting and waiting versus actually doing it and taking that jump. I think you've kind of been afraid with this Two of Swords to like make that first move. You've kind of been protecting yourself, but yeah, it's time to stop blocking your own blessings. Yeah, it's stressing you out. Yeah. And for some of you, Spirit already said that it was gonna work out just fine. You just had to take action, but you've been fighting yourself. And in a way, kind of wrestling with God. You might feel bad about it, but it's like, again, lesson learned. Still believe in yourself. Get up, dust yourself off, and try again. Because, yeah, you have the knowledge. You have the knowledge. It's just go. Just take the first step. Put one foot in front of the other. And soon you'll be walking across the floor. Yeah. I feel like whatever it is, you're gonna love doing it. For some of you, you love what you do now, but Spirit just wants you to put a little bit more emotion or effort into what you're doing. Um, I just heard Act Like You Know by LaShawn Pace. That song is featured on my playlist Ancestor Turn Up. So go over there and find it. It should be the very first video on that playlist, ironically. But yeah, some of you spirit needs you to act like you know that they're standing behind you, that things will work out just fine. For some of you, after this retrograde, this Mercury retrograde is over, that's when you're really going to start seeing a lot of what I've been talking about in my readings. If you're not already seeing it already, I think by the end of Mercury retrograde, and I'm not talking about don't think that I'm saying when it goes already. No, I'm talking about after the shadow period is over too. Then feel a little bit more comfortable. And I just saw 35, 35 on the timer, so confirmation on that. Um, there is expansion coming. Um, it's good news coming, but I feel like for some of you, you're gonna have to surrender like to the divine a lot of like maybe your worries. Yeah, look, it's time to release negativity, surrender to the divine. Nothing is yet set in stone. Have faith in your dreams. So yeah, like even if things are a little rocky or topsy-turvy right now, it's still gonna work out. Just have faith in it. Like, okay, you told spirit that you wanted this to happen. You're making conscientious moves towards making it happen, then believe in it. Again, with what we started with, believe in the impossible. You never know how the divine will bless you if you just believe in something. Like for some of you, that's part of that Six of Cups energy that we saw. They want you to have the childlike wonder and outlook on things that anything can happen. Like in some ways, you are going to have to give the magic back to yourself that was taken from you as a child to believe in anything, that miracles can happen. Yeah, you're gonna have to give that back to yourself for some of you. Yeah. A dream is a wish that your heart makes. Whatever you wish for will be. And I'm gonna leave it there, Royals. Like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Alyssa. Peace.